and welcome to a new vlog on the channel. I'm very happy to see you here. This vlog that you're watching right now is the first vlog that I filmed for the year 2025. I'm super excited. You're catching me like right in the middle of the week as well, so the week is well advanced already. We are the 16th of January and it is Thursday, and so I've already got like a lot going on because basically the whole like study machine has been restarted on my end. I start the vlog on a Thursday because honestly the first part of this week was not interesting at all. I was mostly like working on my computer and doing a lot of stuff. I did do some language studying, this week I'm focusing on Japanese and Chinese for language study, but I have yet to also study linguistics for this week, and I also have a lot to read as well. There are 2 out of 3 books that I'm reading in Japanese, so this also counts, of course, as language immersion, so you will also see that during this vlog. Also, because this is the first vlog of the year, the first study vlog, I will, of course, tell you guys about my organization for this year, my study organization, how I plan things and how I track things, because there has been small change for this year, so I will definitely talk about that. But I'll talk about that later during the vlog, because right now it is 9 a.m. and I really want to get going and go grab a seat at the cafe, otherwise it's gonna get too crowded and I'm not gonna get a good seat. Let's go. This morning, I literally read my 3 books for like 3 hours straight, with 2 breaks in between. And during one of the breaks, actually, I went and bought this little notebook, which is a Clyde Note notebook. I didn't know this brand before buying this notebook. It's really cute. It's got craft paper inside. Will you see it? I'm not sure. It's got craft paper like this with very, very small squares. Anyway, this is going to be my new, well, this is already my new reading journal. I thought about doing that because I realized that it really, having a journal while reading really enhanced my reading experience when I read Kokoro at the end of last year. So it was only a few weeks ago. And during my reading, I kept a journal. And basically every time I read, I had like a proper reading session, I would always finish the reading session with, writing down my thoughts on what I had just read, what it meant to me, how I resonated with the text, what it made me think about. I don't have like a list of prompts that I'm answering every time. I just like really go with the flow and write down anything that I would want to remember, or like at least anything that like keeps me engaged with the book to like the maximum extent possible. So anyway, I've got my new reading journal now, and this morning I took notes for 2 out of 3 of my books. And I really wanted to take a moment to explain to you guys how I will be organizing myself and my studying for this year, because it's changed a little bit since last year, and so far so good. It's really working well for me. So I just wanted to like update you guys on this, and also just let you know what you can expect in this year's study vlogs. If you haven't watched it yet, you should really go and see my 2025 goals video, because essentially it tells you everything you need to know about what I plan on studying this year. Especially, I have detailed in that video what my objectives are for each study theme, and for each objective, what my implementation tasks are. So I'm putting them on the screen right now so that you have a quick recap. But really, if you want to know about the details, I would really recommend you to go and watch that video. And so the first thing I have changed this year is in the way I track those objectives and implementation tasks. Last year, I had put them on my Notion page and I just consulted them, a few times during the year, just to see where I was at and whether or not I needed to revise my goals. But I found that this was not enough. I really needed to be a bit more hands-on towards my goals to make sure that I actually achieved them and I actually achieved my objectives. So this year, I changed this very simply by adding a double page inside my study planner directly, on which I have the opportunity to track every single one of my implementation task completion. So for instance, in Japanese this year, I want to write at least 14 essays, long essays. And so I have 14 little boxes here. And then as soon as, I complete any one essay, I will just fill in the box. Basically, that's how this tracker works. And so that will be one tracker that I will keep referring to this year and that you will see a lot in the study vlogs, because obviously, as soon as I complete any one implementation task, I will fit it in and you guys will be able to see that. This has the potential of being very satisfying as I go through each implementation task. By the way, this is my new study planner for this year. You would have seen it in this video right here when I showed you guys the entire flip through of my 2024 study planner. So this one is the new one, the new study planner. And so to go back to the beginning, this is the cover page I created. This is the implementation task completion tracker. And then I've left some space here, just a double page, because I'm not sure whether I want to add some more trackers or maybe I want to add a full overview of the year. Not sure yet. Anyway, left some space. And then we've got my January page. And so right here, nothing changed. You have my weekly goals list for week 1 to week 3 of the year. And we're currently in week 3 still. Those are exactly the same as the one I was doing in 2024 for the whole year. So there is absolutely no change to my weekly study goals list. A separate thing I added this year into my routine are challenge goals. And again, if you want to know about the details, you can go and watch my video. Specifically for language learning, I have added one more way to track what I'm doing every single week, and specifically related to immersion, language immersion in both Japanese and Chinese. I am essentially using the app called Habits for a lot of things in my life, but I wasn't really using it for anything related to my studying. Now, I have detailed this a little bit more for 2025, and now I have added a few things related to my Japanese listening immersion, which I want to do 3 times a week, with my Chinese listening immersion, which I also want to do 3 times a week. And this year, I really want to dive more into the Hello Chinese app. The use of this app is also now a habit goal inside my habit app. And so far, so good. So far, it's really working well. And especially for my listening immersion, I can already see a big difference. It's much easier for me, which means that I have already increased the amount of Chinese listening immersion I'm doing, and I can already reap the benefits of this new practice. So, like I said, working well. So essentially that's it for my whole study organization for this year, guys, regarding the tracking and the implementation of my goals, objectives, and implementation tasks. So I hope that's clear. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments. And now let's get on with the rest of the vlog. And now we're actually going to spend some time correcting essay number 1 in Japanese. I had already written my whole dissertation at this point, and the only thing that was left for me to do was to correct my dissertation using the help of ChatGPT, and I am still using the same method as the one that I described in my video regarding essay writing in Japanese. So if you guys are interested to know about the details of exactly what I'm doing, please go and watch that video. Hi guys, so I am done with my dissertation number 1, essay number 1, however you want to call it. This was an essay on globalization. So the theme was the impact of globalization on regional culture, and the task was analyze how regional culture has been affected by the progression of globalization, discuss the balance between preserving cultural diversity and pursuing economic benefits, and propose concrete measures to protect regional culture. However, I actually talked more about language policies and language education related to the rise of immigration in Japan thanks to globalization. So in the end, it's still linked to globalization. It's just that after reading a very, very interesting paper linking globalization effects and the need for reform of the language education in Japan, I eventually wanted to talk about the same kind of topic. So I just trained my hand at this type of topic. So my dissertation now is complete. I can already say that, thanks to this, just this one dissertation, my level has improved again. So I hope that, everything that I have learned from this dissertation, I'll be able to apply to my next dissertation, for which I will figure out later what the topic will be. But for now, I'm done with dissertation work and I'll just take a break, a much needed break. I just wanted to show you quickly what it looked like. So this is my draft on Google Docs, and so this is my entire dissertation. Here were my sources, and here were the notes I took from my, the source reading. And here you see a lot of colors, but essentially you have, here my original text, and here the corrected version of my text, and highlighted or in different color are the parts of the text that I found were reformulated by ChatGPT. And so this is the kind of thing that I want to be able to compare. Like, for example, this whole paragraph was not very well worded on my end in the original text, so I just highlighted all of the corrections here in this part. So that's pretty much it, guys, for my dissertation process. Again, if you want to know more about my process, please go and watch my video on essay writing in Japanese. I'm still following the same process that I presented in that video, so nothing new under the sun here. Right, I almost forgot the very satisfying part of ticking off the things that I've already done. So I have read a bit of my book 203, and in fact I'm also reading book 204 at the same time. And then I finished essay number 1 for my Japanese. I will also tick off this box right here for my implementation goal. Right, so first essay of the year written in Japanese. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm currently reading book number 2 here for my fiction reading challenge. And then for non-fiction, I'm reading book number 1, but I can't tick those off yet. And for Chinese, yeah, I can't tick anything off for now. All right, so, and now time to take a break.
2,000 years later.
So I rested for a while, I changed into my gym clothes, and now it's time to go to the gym.
Open my eyes, I slept through the day. Slept through the day, feeling uneasy, I push it away. Push it away. Last night was fun, don't feel like today. Feel like today.
Hi guys, good morning. I'm currently balancing you on my books. So it's Friday morning. I'm in a bit of a rush because it's already like 10. And this morning I was running around doing house chores and also preparing and like structuring in detail my 2 reading recap videos that will come up on the channel very, very soon as I can film them, produce them essentially. So probably one will come out on the channel next week or maybe this week for you guys when you're watching this vlog. At least that's what I'm aiming for. And it took me ages to like really collect the books and structure the videos. So, but now it's really time to go to the cafe, guys, because I need to actually get on with my linguistics studying. I'm still going through my Miracles of Human Language course on Coursera. I still have 2 modules to go through. I took a break from studying linguistics over the holidays, but now, we're the 17th of January, so it's time for me to resume my studies, right? like before the end of January, I want to finish the course. Module 5 I've already started because I've done all of the required readings. I only have the video courses to go through this morning, and then if I'm able to, I will also go through the assignment. At the end of each module there is an assignment. So if I can like finish up module 5 today, that would be amazing. Alright guys, so pretty much ready now. So let's go straight to the cafe and start studying linguistics.
Push it away. Last night was fun, don't feel like today. Feel like today, let's do it again, let's go on a date. Cause tonight I'm gonna take you out and live the dream that we've been talking about. So we can dine and spend up all our notes.
We've eaten lunch already and I'm about to finish module 5 of my course because I didn't finish it earlier. And I will see you afterwards because I'm actually going to study Chinese right after that and then probably spend the rest of the day reading. So I will see you guys later. I'm done with module 5 of my course and I also passed the graded assignment, which I'm very happy about, and it means that I've only got one more module to go, the last one, and it so happens that the last one, language in society, is actually the one I'm most interested in because it's about sociolinguistics, and sociolinguistics is the field that I want to be able to research if I get the opportunities. So obviously I want to learn everything that there is to learn about this specific research field, so I am super excited to go through that last module, but that will be for next week. So now it's 2:30 p.m. and I'm actually going to do some Chinese studying right now, and to do that, like I said earlier, I will use the Hello Chinese app. I'm absolutely not sponsored in any way, shape or form by Hello Chinese. I don't even talk to them at all. Like, I have absolutely zero contact with them. So this is entirely me wanting to talk to you about this app simply because I am using it at the moment, like I said. So I've started using it right during the first week of the year. So really from week 1 I've been using it, and now it's become part of my Chinese study routine to be using it at least 3 times a week. And so today the session that I'm going to do with you guys is going to be my second session for this week. Before this year, I had maybe used this app twice, and to be honest with you, it wasn't the right timing for me to use the app at that time. Also because I didn't feel comfortable speaking at all and doing any kind of pronunciation exercise at the time, because I really wanted to first have lessons with a native speaker, a native tutor, before I would start speaking in the language, because I didn't want to remember mistakes. And so I wanted to correct my tones and pronunciation right from the start, which is now the case. I've been taking lessons with a native tutor since September last year, and now my pronunciation and tones are kind of correct. So now I can practice them on my own, which wasn't the case before. So I couldn't really use the app before, and now I'm able to. So I hope that answers that question on why I wasn't using the app before. I'm not very far advanced in the app at all, as you can see. I remember taking a shortcut up to HSK 1 right here, and I actually passed the shortcut, and so it works the exact same way as Duolingo in the Duolingo app. And so once I'm done with my lessons, I will just go through this review tasks. So that's it for the explanation. Now let me actually go through my session for today.
Simple, simple, simple minds. I guess we'll take it one by one, baby, one by one. Just different, different, different kinds. We'll try to take it one by one, baby, one by one. Too many problems, I'm already lost, yeah. My baby, I miss you too many nights. I miss miss your colorful eyes. I think I love you too much. I miss your blueberry eyes. Fine, fine. I play the memories over, over, over. Just tell me, mama.
I feel a bit slumpy right now because I've eaten a very big lunch. So excuse me if I'm a bit slow in my speech right now. It's just like my head is not working properly. But I wanted to tell you that I just took a break from my reading this morning and like obviously cooked and ate my lunch. But the only thing I'm thinking about is how much I want to continue reading. Both of the books that I'm reading at the moment, Yellowface by R.F. Kuang andむらさきのスカートの女, are so addictive. Both of them, and for different reasons, but they're like, you know, those addictive kind of books that you really cannot put down. I cannot wait to finish the book, so I think that's what I'm gonna be doing for at least the first part of this afternoon while I'm still in my, you know, post-lunch slump, because I just need to know what's happening, okay? So I'll see you back afterwards. Ki-chan is going crazy.
今天的圣诞老人 pancake， 我们的 taco trip。
这样我在超市买了生鱼片，回家准备自己切。
Hi guys, good morning. It's Sunday today and we're about to go to the cafe, but before we go, while I was getting ready, I was actually doing my Chinese listening immersion practice as you saw to get me in the mood, because as soon as I reach the cafe, I am going to do some active studying for Chinese using my HSK 3 textbook. And then once that's done, I will also have the tests in Chinese that I will need to go through, and maybe later I will have another session. Ki-chan also wants to say hi. Hi baby. Did you sleep well, baby? Oh, hello. So yes, it's actually going to be a very studious day today. I can't wait, because it means that I'm going to spend pretty much the whole day doing language study and then some reading. So what a perfect Sunday, if you want my opinion. Guys, it's already 5 p.m, but I have been a busy bee. I've actually managed to film an entire new YouTube video. I can't wait for you guys to see that video. I think it's gonna be a really useful one. So actually, when we came back from the cafe this morning, and after having, you know, studied Chinese for basically the entire morning, since then and before I went into my little YouTube haul, I actually was reading. I was reading the entire time, like the whole first part of the afternoon. I was reading Yellowface though, so I have yet to continue reading my Japanese book, which I will probably do tomorrow, to be honest with you, because I'm planning on finishing Yellowface today. And actually, guys, the last thing I want to do for today, like related to linguist study, is actually my Chinese writing practice, because first of all, I'm in the mood for more language study, so I'll go with my motivation, I'll go with that. I'll go with the flow of my motivation. Second reason is it's on my list, so I just want to get that done. And also, I actually want to apply the things that I was studying this morning. Essentially, I just want to put into practice the things that I was learning about this morning when I took my test, and then when I corrected myself, and then I learned new things. I want to clarify a few things, and so to do that, I know now that the best method is to try and do my own sentences with those points, essentially grammar points. I just want to write a few sentences, get them corrected by ChatGPT now, and essentially have my Chinese writing practice session. So let me do that now, and I'll talk to you later. Alright guys, so I'm done with my writing practice. I've made a few mistakes, but honestly, I'm just happy that I'm able to write in Mandarin Chinese, and I'm correcting my mistakes more and more as I do these little writing practice sessions, and I notice that I'm becoming more and more confident in my writing, which is the main purpose. So now what I'll do is I'll take my notebook right here, and I will actually write down the most important feedback that I got from ChatGPT. I have a special section reserved for this inside my notebook, writing exercises. So I'm just gonna write down my notes for this session. Hi guys, so it's time for me to end this vlog, and you know what this means. We're going to take a look at my weekly study goals list and see what I have completed this week together. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to tick off the things that I have completed today, and as you saw, I'm mostly focused on Chinese today, on Chinese study. So today, I did go through an entire level test in my HSK 3 textbook this morning, as you saw. So this is ticked off. And then, as you saw just now, I also completed my writing practice in Chinese, so this is also ticked off. However, I did not manage to read anything on Do Chinese this week, and I did not manage to use my Yoku Wakaru Dokkai for N1 level for Japanese. This is an exercise book. So both of these things are not ticked off for this week, but it doesn't matter. I will do them next week. No pressure this year, guys. Alright guys, so I think this concludes our little study vlog today. Today's study vlog, as you saw, was really focused on my study organization. I will definitely do more study vlogs this year, don't worry about it. And as for me, I will see you very very soon in a new video on the channel. それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイ。またね。